episode of the Shade and Shit Talking Podcast. I'm your host, TK, and as always, I thank you for tuning in. Now, the intro track that I just led with is called Too Official by my boy Filthy, straight out of Mississippi by way of Detroit. And that song resonates with me because I'm too official. I'm official at 40 years old, and damn it, I feel good. Well, at least I did feel good. By the way, you can catch that on YouTube, Too Official, S&V Filthy. Make sure you check it out. Well, like I said, I just turned 40 a couple days ago, and immediately I got a bunch of text messages and calls with a lot of people telling me that 40 is the new 30. Don't worry, my nigga, 40 is the new 30. Well, man, I think my 40 is broken because 40 is 40. Ain't no goddamn 30 to me. Like, I went to bed at age 39, and when I woke up 40, my whole life had changed like genuine. I'm serious. I got up, sat up in the bed, and everything hurt when I sat up. Every goddamn thing, even my eyelashes. My sight, my hearing, and the fucks that I have to give all decreased immediately. Immediately. I mean, I got out the bed, and I don't even know where it came from, but I automatically had on black socks and sandals with the socks pulled up to my calf muscles, and it didn't bother me. I thought this shit was tight. I'm like, damn, nigga, wake up styling. And I had this undying need to walk outside and tell kids to get the fuck off my lawn. Seriously. I'm telling you, man, You know that commercial with Kevin Federline where they say life comes at you fast? I believe it because 40 came at me fast and hit my ass like a ton of bricks. And all of a sudden, everything changed. Like for instance, taking a nap. When I'm off work, I look forward to taking a nap. Not only do I look forward to it, but goddamn it, as soon as I hit 40, I needed it. I needed a nap. I need a nap right goddamn now. Like, if I don't take a nap, the rest of my day is all fucked up. I mean, totally. I'm discombobulated. I'm agitated. I'm angry. You know, I need naps. And I suspect when some of y'all turn 40, and for those of you who've already turned 40, let me know. But you probably need a nap too right now, so don't even front. And I also noticed, as I was talking to my kids, I started off my sentences with look at here. But beforehand, it was just regular conversation. Now it's like somebody walk up to me, hey, Dad, such and such, such a, and hey, look at here. Do this, do this, do this. Or, when they're telling me about something they're going through or something that they're doing, my first instinct, when I give them a reply, I started off with, well, back in my day. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Like somebody who just turned 40 or recently turned 40, let me know where the fuck did that come from? That, man, back in my day. It's crazy. 40 is not the new 30. 40 is goddamn 40. I'm telling you. So then, when I'm at work, like my patience is just short. I mean, short, Gucci Man rumper short. That type of short. Like, I don't want to hear shit anybody got to say. I don't want to participate in meetings. I don't show me pictures of your kids. Don't tell me about your day. I don't give a fuck. I can open my wallet right now and show you. I have zero fucks to give now. And I wasn't like that until I turned 40. Patience just short. 40 is not the new 30, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, just like, everything is different. My body's different. My mind is different. Like, I walked into the room to go get something, and I forgot why the fuck I walked in the room. So now I'm just standing in the middle of the room, walking in a small circle, trying to remember why the fuck I came in the room. It's amazing to me. Life comes at you fast. I'm telling you, it pulled up on me pretty quick. And now, when I get dressed, whether I'm wearing shorts or jeans, and all of a sudden now I want like the flared leg jeans like Michael Jordan had on. I think that shit is tight now, super tight. Shout out to MJ, for showing us how to dress and get it done. Well, I put on a pair of jeans and like clockwork, instinct, I pulled them son of a bitches up until my belt touched my nipples. Swear to God. It's crazy. Like everything that I thought I was doing right, thought I was doing cool, thought I was just, doing it, it's all gone. And it all happened from between the times of 11:58 p.m. and 12:01 a.m. the other day when I went from 39 to 40. I just don't get it. I reached in my pocket, and instead of cash or keys, or all of a sudden I got a lot of goddamn keys. And I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be unlocking, but I got a lot of goddamn keys just from nowhere. But I reached into my pocket, and I had about 30 pieces of goddamn Werther's Original. And don't get me wrong, excellent candy. Love it. But I don't know where the fuck it came from. But it just feels right. It feels like I'm supposed to have hard candy in my pocket. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a bowl and fill that motherfucker up with hard candy for visitors, who, by the way, can only visit between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. because 6 o'clock news come on, and then I'm going to bed. You goddamn right, I'm going to bed. I finally understand and appreciate the statement, early to bed, early to rise. My grandma used to say it all the time, never could figure it out. Now I'm like, shit, I'm ready to go to bed. No lie. On my off days, I take my naps. Even my TV watching has changed. The shows that I used to watch, I have no interest in them. None. Like, my day consists of waking up early, I might add, watching the news. Then I would, watch my game shows, The Price is Right, old versions of Family Feud with Richard Dawson. And then it's, of course, Walker, Texas Ranger, episodes of Matlock, episodes of Murder, She Wrote. Oh, and the classic, my Ride or Die, In the Heat of the Night. I'm watching all those reruns all day. Then I watch the 6 o'clock news. I eat my supper about 5 o'clock. It's supper now. Supper, yes. And then I take my ass to bed. I'm telling you, man. It hit me. 40 changed me. Seriously. Like, I enjoy, the smallest things now. Going shopping. I go shopping, and I'm actually excited about shopping for t-shirts, socks, and underwear. I like thick wool socks now. Go underwear shopping. No more boxers and boxer briefs. Goddamn it, it's all tighty whities. I enjoy that. 40 is not the new 30, especially for me. I'm telling you, my 40 is goddamn broken, and I'm good with that. No more clubbing, no more staying up late, no more power drinking, taking shots. I think if I sip some yak right now, it'd damn kill me. So, to all of y'all that's 36, 37, 38, 39, you better enjoy that shit, man. Enjoy the hell out of it. Because the bullshit is coming. The bullshit is coming, and you won't know what to do. So, But on a serious note, you know, the people who hit me up, you know, they gave me a bunch of well wishes, a bunch of love, and I appreciated it all. I really do. And, you know, some of the messages that I received got me to thinking about a lot of things that, you know, when you get older, your body does change. You have to be more concerned about your health, your well-being. You have to be more concerned about your finances and retirement and doing things to ensure your future and the ability to help your kids in their futures to get them off, you know, on the right foot. And, you know, I take all of that serious, especially health. So, you know, with that being said, I encourage everyone, especially, you know, those who are turning 40, to, you know, get physicals, get health screenings, especially black males. You know, get your prostate checked. The ACS, American Cancer Society, they recommend that men at 50 get checked, but because black men are at a higher risk, we should get tested at 45 or younger, especially if there's a history of prostate cancer in the family, with a prostate-specific antigen blood test, a PSA, along with a digital rectal exam. Can't wait. And depending on the results, we should do this at least annually or biannually. Now, it's very, very, very important, and I can't stress that enough. It's very important that we do this because black men are more likely to develop prostate cancer than white men, and there's always an or but, and we are nearly 2.4 times as likely to die from it. So that shit is serious, very serious. And you know, like I said earlier, you know, with age, your body changes. There's other things that we should be concerned with because we as black people are more prone than any other race to catch these certain diseases. We're more apt to have high blood pressure. So make sure you get your blood pressure checked at least once a year. We're also more prone to contract diabetes, and that really doesn't have an age range because, you know, I've known people who had it, you know, born with it. It's a black centered, you know, disease. But as you get older, you know, you're more likely to get it. So, and that goes with you know, eating right, eating the proper things, exercising, taking care of yourself. You know, black people are more likely to suffer from diabetes than other races. We're more apt to have limbs amputated, you know, arms, legs, feet than other races. So very serious. You know, taking care of ourselves is paramount to anything. If we can't take care of ourselves, how can we be there to you know, help our kids in the future? Also, you know, another thing that we should do is you know, put something back for the future so you can live good when you get older. You know, take advantage of the 401ks that your employer offers. At least put in what they're matching, you know, to maximize your ability to make money and retire and live good. So that's really all I got. You know, like I said, they said 40 is the new 30. I disagree. Either they lying like a motherfucker or my 40 is broken. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather around for this week's episode of Colonizing Nonsense. Our first incident of colonizer nonsense starts us off in the Dorchester neighborhood in Boston, where a belligerent Patriots fan tried to bully a black woman out of his neighborhood and got shut all the way the fuck down. The Dorchester Reporter writes that 54-year-old Paul Sheehan was arraigned in Dorchester District Court on Monday on a disorderly conduct charge. according to the reporter, Sheehan confronted Nene Judge Mayo and another black motorcyclist after a crash caused a detour on the street they were driving down. Now, as they waited to figure out how to get around the crash scene, which police had already showed up and blocked off the area, Sheehan confronted the pair and let loose with a racist tirade, telling them to get out of his neighborhood and accusing them of trying to shoot him. Idiot. Now, a cop eventually intervened and told Sheehan to take his ugly ass home or he would be arrested. Now, according to the police, after the two black motorcyclists left the scene, Sheehan returned and was seen walking up the street, repeatedly yelling, "Fuck that nigga." Oh, shit. So, the most surprising part to this racist dickhead was not the fact that this black woman was stoic and calm and cool and didn't get belligerent or aggressive and combative towards him. He was more surprised by the fact that the cop didn't take his side and attack the black people, which that's what they're used to happening. Let's be honest. Now, the best part about all of this, which I hope it plays out this way, is that right now, the Boston police are currently investigating whether to bring additional hate crime charges against Sheehan. And this is according to Officer Stephen McNulty of the BPD Civil Rights Division. Get him. My next incident of colonizer nonsense, mixed with ignorance, mixed with entitlement, mixed with a heaping dose of white privilege, takes me to South Carolina, where a boozed up South Carolina woman was pulled over by the cops for blowing past a stop sign at 60 miles per hour. Now, she told the cops that she shouldn't be arrested because she's a, and I quote, very clean, thoroughbred white girl. But 33-year-old Lauren Elizabeth Cuthshaw's lecture didn't convince the police officers from Bluffton Police Department to not arrest her. They arrested her on charges of speeding, disregarding a stop sign, simple possession of marijuana, driving under the influence, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a police spokesman told the New York Post. Now, after getting pulled over at about 1:45 a.m., where she was spotted, speeding through the stop sign, she told the cops that she had just 2 glasses of wine and she was celebrating her birthday. Yeah. So, anyway, she didn't stop there. Cuthshaw gave the officers a litany of other reasons why she deserved to be let off the hook. Now check this out. She said that she deserved to be let go because she maintained perfect grades during all of her school years. She was a cheerleader and a member of a sorority. And her partner is also a cop. And she finished off again by saying, quote, "I'm a clean white girl." Well, you're about to get dirtied up real good in jail, bitch. Now, when the officers asked her exactly what that meant, she replied, "You're a cop. You should know what that means." Wow. That's 2 for 2 of white privilege getting thrown in their face and they don't know how to handle it. Like I said all the time, black folks just ain't imagining the bullshit that happened to us. They see it, they know it, they just don't give a fuck. Our final colonizer nonsense moment takes us to England, Arkansas, where an Arkansas police officer has been fired after a viral video showed him telling a group of black men that they didn't belong in the city.
Bitch, please.
The England Police Department confirmed that Officer Michael Moore was fired after a video posted on Facebook by DeMarcus Bunch captured the July 21st incident. Now, Bunch said he and his cousin, Shannon, were in the area shooting a music video when they noticed that Moore was following them from spot to spot. So they did, smart thing. They walked up to him and introduced themselves to him because Bunch's uncle is a police officer in that same department, so he figured, hey, what the hell? The officer walked up to him and he told him his name, which was Mike Moore, and the brother said that he approached the officer and said, hey, I noticed you've been following us here and everywhere else. And the cop replied, you know why? And that's when he said, you don't belong in my city. Wow. Now, Bunch had talked to his uncle, who told them to report it to the police chief, which they did, and they didn't get any type of action after filing a formal complaint for over 2 weeks. So Bunch did the next logical step, which was posting the video to Facebook, and lo and behold, after it caught steam, the next day Moore was fired. Now, the police department did confirm that he was terminated. However, this was not the first time that Moore was canned from a police job. He was fired from the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office before working at the England Police Department. Now, the Lonoke County Sheriff, John Staley, told the local TV station, that Moore was fired because, quote unquote, he couldn't get along with other officers and other agencies, not for a race issue. I bet. Now, this is another reason why we feel the way we feel and say the things that we say, because this motherfucker got fired from one department and got hired by another department. So that cycle steadily continues no matter what the situation is. And that's really fucked up. So, hey, good job, state of Arkansas. You know, way to protect all of your citizens. And we'll see you next week, because I'm sure there will be more colonizer nonsense. The NFL kicked off its preseason this Thursday with a full slate of games, but that wasn't the big news of the weekend. Now, Killer Cam was kind of catty concerning critical comments that Kelvin Benjamin made while criticizing his career as a Carolina kitty cat. Damn, try saying that shit fast 3 times. Well, in these comments, Kelvin Benjamin said that he didn't feel like a good fit with the Carolina Panthers and he should have got drafted somewhere else. And he also said that he would have had more success if he would have been put with a quarterback, any other quarterback, that had good accuracy and knowledge of the position. Yikes. Well, Cam wasn't feeling that shit, and he confronted him on the field. And I mean, if a nigga told the whole world that I was trash and I was dumb as fuck, I would feel some type of way about it too. But in the end, when Cam walked up on him, words were exchanged, and that was about it. Kelvin Benjamin walked off, pretty much saying he was done with the whole situation and he ain't really want no smoke. But I gotta give it up to Cam, because I was really surprised that he walked up on him like that. Now, if he would just walk up on his stylist and yell, I ain't wearing that shit no more, then I would really be proud of it. To recap a story that I brought up earlier, LaShawn McCoy is back in the news. Delisha Gordon, the ex-girlfriend of the Buffalo Bills running back, she said in a statement posted on her Instagram that she continues to fight for justice to be served 1 month after a July 10th home invasion in which she was beaten and robbed of jewelry. Now, the thing about it was, she and LaShawn shared a house in Atlanta where she was living at the time of the incident. And she told 911 dispatchers that she believed that McCoy might have set her up for the attack because he previously asked for her to return some of the jewelry that was stolen from her. Now, as far as the laws go, you know, the police haven't named any suspects in the case, and they really hadn't moved forward with it on anything. McCoy came out with a statement saying that the team has backed him 110% and he expects to play this season and not miss any time. In other LaShawn McCoy news, man, damn, bruh. R&B singer K. Michelle also came out blasting his ass, talking about situation between them. Now, I ain't gonna give all the details because they ain't my business, but let me just say this: when it comes to the situation of coitus between those two, let's just say she said my boy came up short. And finally, in NBA news, the offseason is in full swing, with teams aiming to build their roster for the upcoming season. Starting with the New York Knicks, my New York Knicks, they have reached a decision to get rid of Joakim Noah, according to league sources. He has about $38 million left on his contract, but he ain't playing worth a damn, and it's about time they got rid of him. And fuck you, Phil Jackson, for giving him that big-ass, dumb-ass contract, crippling the team for many, many years. So, way to go, Knicks. I'm really looking forward to seeing him somewhere else, because he can do shit for us. Also, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are still rebuilding and rebounding following the absence of LeBron James with his decision to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, they are planning a huge trade as they look to trade Kyle Korver to Miami. Now, with this deal, they're looking to send Kyle Korver, Tristan Thompson, and Khloe Kardashian to the Miami Heat for Hassan Whiteside. So that'll be work out for both teams. But if I was Hassan, I'd be mad as hell. You trading in South Beach for goddamn Cleveland? Man, that ain't worth a damn. And finally, Chris Paul, who probably won't be healthy this season anyway, even though he cashed in on the big deal himself, is excited about teaming up with Carmelo Anthony with the Houston Rockets. Melo has reportedly verbally agreed to a one-year deal at the vest minimum of $2.4 million and joined the Rocket earlier this week. This was done after he received a buyout from the Atlanta Hawks for $25 million after he was traded from Oklahoma City Thunder back in July. So Melo still getting them checks, still gonna be taking them shots, still gonna be disrupting them offenses and playing no goddamn defense. But fuck it, Rockets in 4. On August 6, 1988, Yo MTV Raps debuted on television, changing the rap and hip-hop game forever. The show ran from August 6 of 88 to August 17, 1995, with a whopping 1,830 episodes. Originally hosted by Fab Five Freddy, it eventually transitioned to being hosted by Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, who, by the way, gave us the funny, well-remembered, and well-loved Ed Lover dance. Now, this was the first hip-hop music show on the network, hell, I think on any network, and it was the catalyst for shows like Rap City The Basement, shout out to Big Tig, and MTV's Sucker Free. Now, the advent of Yo MTV Raps in the late 80s was crucial, very, very crucial to the spread of hip-hop around the world. Through MTV Europe, MTV Asia, and MTV Latino, African American style and sound was instantly available to millions across the world. This, helped to create a worldwide appreciation and interest in the hip-hop and rap scene, which is something that was celebrated year in and year out, especially on the 20th anniversary of Yo MTV Raps, as well as the 30th anniversary of Yo MTV Raps this year. Now, the end came in, like I said, early in 95. It had its series finale with numerous high-profile names in the world of hip-hop closing out the show with a freestyle that, if you don't know about it, too young to remember it, look it up on YouTube, go back and see it. Method Man, Redman, Salt Pepper, Big Daddy Kane, just a host of legends. Well, speaking of Salt and Pepper, they hold the distinction of being the only ones to appear on the first and the last episodes of Yo MTV Raps. So now it is being revived for a new generation 30 years after the show was first brought into everybody's homes. The series will be reinvented on MTV and on its digital platform. So shout out to Yo MTV Raps. Welcome back. It shaped my outlook on the game way back then when I was 10, 11 years old. So looking forward to it. In other hip hop news, Kendrick Lamar, fresh off of his well-received, critically acclaimed, well-loved take as Laces on Power, he has another feather to add to his cap. This week, his album Good Kid, Mad City hit its 300th week on the Billboard 100. Now, that is history in itself, because he joins Eminem as the only hip-hop rap artist to ever achieve that feat. Huge. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Speaking of black excellence, and we have a lot of it. Shout out to black folks. I love y'all. On the 171st day of release this week, Black Panther became just the third movie in history to cross the $700 million U.S. domestic box office plateau. Huge. It joins Avatar at $749.7 million and 2015 Star Wars The Force Awakens $936.6 million to do so. Black Panther ended up with the sixth highest 3-day opening weekend ever at $202 million, and the third highest 4-day debut, $241 million, despite having the lowest theater count in the top 20 of both categories at 4,020 theaters, which put it at 103rd widest release of all time. So even in the small theaters, it still kicked ass. That's what I'm talking about. The $646 million international total for Black Panther is quite impressive, and it almost single-handedly dispelled Hollywood's long-held notion that black movies don't perform well overseas or perform well stateside. That's what they think. So make sure you get out and support these black movies and show them love. That way more of our stories can be told, written, produced for us and by us, and put on the national stage, which, by the way, August the 10th, make sure you go check out Black Klansman, written, produced, directed by Spike Lee, also co-produced by Jordan Peele from Get Out, based off a true story, and it stars Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, as Detective Ron Stallworth. It also stars Corey Hawkins of The Walking Dead and the Straight Outta Compton fame. So make sure y'all go check it out. Make sure you support, like I said before, support these black movies so we can get these stories for us, by us, on the national stage. Well, we've come to the end of another wonderful, at least I hope wonderful, and exciting episode of the Shade and Shit Talking podcast. As always, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for the love and the support. I thank you for, just being you, just being, behind me as I try to do something, that I've never done before. So I appreciate all of that. Now, I hope that you join me next week where I have another special guest. My boy, he's been here before, Mr. James Betts of SIP Culture. That's SIPP Culture. And we have a new segment that we're debuting next week. So I hope y'all come in, tune in, check it out. I'm really excited about it. That's next week, James Betts, the SIP Culture. I also right now want to give a shout out once again to my boy SMV Filthy for that mean intro that he has out called Too Official. Make sure you check him out on YouTube. He's with Droppers ENT from Mississippi by way of Detroit. So show some love, show some support. For my folks in Hattiesburg, make sure when you get hungry, carry your ass over to Hall Avenue. Check out my folks over at Sports 22. Get you a fifth of that yak, as well as one of them fire-ass fish plates. You know how they do it. Shout out to Max Lot. I know my boy ain't eat meat right now, but I know you love them fish plates, dog. So when you get back in the game, go on back over there. That's Sports 22 Bar and Grill. Also, check out my cousin Vicky Lane over at Vicky Lane's 810 Timothy Lane. Get you one of those $10 steak plates or bum.com steak plates. Make sure you check them out. So many black businesses in my hometown that I, shout out, love, stop by every time I'm home. They doing really big things. So make sure y'all get out and support them. As always, we support our own, keep them dollars in our community to create more jobs, more opportunities. As always, huge shout out to my Black with No Chaser family. You can catch us on Facebook where we're growing, 200,000 and growing. Catch us on Instagram. That's Black with No Chaser, at Black with No Chaser. Catch us on Twitter, Black No Chaser. Also, be on the lookout for the website. It's coming soon. Big things are coming. We really trying to do something real special, real big, for us, by us. You're going to hear me say that a lot. It is what it is. You know what it is. Last but certainly not least, shout out to MMIG. That's Melanated Millennials Investment Group. Catch us also on Facebook and Instagram, where young minds, old minds, talented people in the field of money, giving tips, giving ideas, giving, examples of how they've made money to create wealth for themselves and their families, and passing it on to the rest of us so we can attempt to do the same. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you check us all out. Make sure you keep supporting and loving one another. And we just gonna keep this thing moving forward in a positive way. So with that being said, thank you all once again for tuning in, and I will definitely see you next week.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.